In the frozen wilderness of North America, there's a deep-rooted taboo that's been passed down for centuries. The Cree and Ojibwe speak of a spirit born from bitter cold and desperate hunger, the Wendigo. But this isn't just an old ghost story. Back in 1879, a trapper named Swift Runner killed and ate his entire family during a brutal winter. He wasn't starving. He had plenty of supplies. Yet he claimed he was possessed by the Wendigo spirit. Psychologists today call it Wendigo psychosis, an overwhelming, uncontrollable craving for human flesh, even when other food is available. The legend describes the Wendigo as a gaunt, skeletal figure with skin stretched tight over its bones, reeking of death and decay. It's said to mimic human voices, to lure travelers away from the safety of their fires. So if you're ever deep in the woods and hear someone calling your name, don't answer. This story isn't just a scary tale. It's a warning about the power of desperation and how cold, both outside and inside, can twist a person in terrible ways. About 400 miles south, in the vast deserts of the American Southwest, there's a very different kind of fear, one the Navajo people rarely speak aloud, because to say its name is to invite its presence. This is the Skinwalker. Unlike the Wendigo, which is said to be a restless spirit, a Skinwalker is something far more chilling. A human. A witch who has crossed a terrible threshold, reaching the highest level of spiritual power through an unspeakable act, killing a close family member. In doing so, they gain a dark gift, the ability to transform into animals. Coyotes, wolves, bears, creatures of the wild that they wear as a disguise. Stories place these beings on lonely highways at night, where drivers glimpse strange animals moving impossibly fast, keeping pace with speeding cars. Often, those eyes don't look quite right, too sharp, too knowing, too human. The Skinwalker wants you to stop, to look. And once it locks onto your scent, the hunt begins, and it never ends. We like to think of ourselves as the masters of this planet. But the truth is, over 70% of Earth is covered by ocean, and we've explored less than 5% of it. In the summer of 1997, deep beneath the surface of the Pacific Ocean, something mysterious was detected. The U.S. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration recorded an ultra-low frequency sound, powerful and unlike anything they'd heard before. What's remarkable is that sensors, spaced nearly 3,000 miles apart, picked up the exact same eerie signal at the same time. They gave it a name, the Bloop. At first, scientists thought it was just ice breaking off Antarctica, something natural and harmless. But as the data was studied more closely, a chilling idea emerged. The sound matched the audio profile of a living creature, and not just any creature. To produce a sound that loud, this being would have to be enormous, over 250 feet long. That's 3 times the size of a blue whale, the largest animal known on Earth. Since that day, the ocean has fallen silent. But whatever made that sound, whatever giant roams the depths, it's still there, somewhere in the dark, cold waters, waiting. For over 13,000 years, something mysterious has been circling our planet, tracing a path from pole to pole. Long before Sputnik, long before the pyramids were raised, this dark object has silently orbited Earth. It's known as the blackknight satellite. Back in 1899, Nikola Tesla, working late in his Colorado Springs lab, picked up strange rhythmic radio signals. At the time, he believed he might be making contact with intelligent life from Mars. Decades later, in the 1960s, astronaut Gordon Cooper reported seeing a glowing green object floating near his capsule during orbit. NASA quickly dismissed the sighting as a hallucination caused by carbon dioxide. The official story today is just a thermal blanket lost during a spacewalk. But that explanation leaves questions unanswered. Why does this object seem to be sending signals? Why does it stay locked in such a perfect polar orbit? one unlike any known satellite. Some say the Black Knight isn't just space junk. They believe it's a sentinel, left here by an ancient civilization as a silent watcher over us. Or maybe, just maybe, it's a warning.